voy a comenzar a dar un muy gran bienvenido a todos que han venido para asistir a ese programa en cual vamos a presentar información sobre el Maurer School of Law. La primera cosa que realmente quiero decir es que hemos tenido una historia buena de tener estudiantes mexicanos aquí en Bloomington, y en adición a el scholarship que damos, la verdad es que ese pueblito es muy bonito, y también en comparación a las ciudades como Chicago y Nueva York y California y todo eso, es también bastante barato. Entonces, en comparar los precios del costo de venir para los Estados Unidos para hacer un LLM o lo que sea, pues aquí en Bloomington, ustedes van a ser muy, muy, muy bienvenidos, y también que el costo de la educación, aunque sea una educación muy de alta calidad, es realmente en un costo bastante tolerable. Y ahora voy a cambiar para inglés para hablar un poquito más sobre la Facultad de Derecho, y para aumentar la información que ya les di. The Maurer School of Law has a 200-year history. During that time, we have had a very large LLM program. Many of our students come from Asia, and many of our students over the history of the time that we've had an LLM program have come from various countries in Latin America, including Mexico. We're very proud to have the relationship with FUNED, which allows us to attract students from Mexico, which we really, really want. Yo misma soy mexicana, entonces a mí me importa mucho tener ustedes con nosotros. I was born in Mexico, and I lived there until I was 8 years old, and then moved to the United States. I am always very, very, very happy when I see students from Latin America, and particularly those from Mexico. I very much welcome you to not just join us in Bloomington, but also to reach out to me. I will put my email in the chat as soon as I finish talking, to reach out to me with any questions you may have. I am very, very eager to talk to you if you have substantial interest in coming to the Maurer School of Law. We have a fantastic program in a number of areas: international law, intellectual property, cybersecurity, environmental law, tax law, business and commercial law. All are areas in which you will gain significant expertise by joining us here in Bloomington. We have a highly diverse student body. We have many, many Spanish speakers. There's a large community of Latino students, both from Mexico, both from Latin America, and also born and raised in the United States. So we have a very active Latino Law Students Association. There's a very, very nice community of students here to talk with as you're considering Bloomington, and also once you join us. There's a very nice community of students here to plug into, and we very much hope you will join. I know that my colleagues, Gabe Goodwin and Will Shad, will share with you many more details about the Maurer School of Law, but my role tonight is really just to tell you how much we really hope that you will consider us, and that you'll reach out to us when you have questions. And we would love to see you in Bloomington. We'd love to have you be one of our students.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dean Ochoa. And I would just like to emphasize what she said, how excited we are to be here tonight, and to be able to speak with you and present a little bit about the LLM program at Indiana University Maurer School of Law. I'm going to have a PowerPoint presentation. Please feel free to ask questions at any time. We will leave, of course, plenty of time at the end for questions related to the program or applications or admissions, and talk a little bit more about the scholarship program that we have with FUNED. So let me share my screen.
While you share your screen, solo quiero recapitular para aquellos que van un poco, que les cuesta un poco el inglés. Dean Cristina Ochoa nos estaba diciendo que, bueno, que ella es mexicana, que vivió aquí hasta los 8 años, entonces que siempre está muy contenta cuando alguien de México se va a la escuela de Bloomington y de Maurer School of Law, y además nos comparte su correo electrónico para que cualquier persona que tenga alguna duda o que quiera saber un poco más o que esté interesada en el programa se puede acercar a ella con muchísimo gusto y ella les puede resolver cualquier tema que tengan. Si los que están viendo en Facebook, tenemos el mail aquí en el chat, entonces nos mandan un correo a FUNED y encantados de la vida lo compartimos. Adicional a eso, a mí me gustaría decir que nuestra directora ejecutiva es exalumni de la Universidad de Indiana, entonces sí, nuestro lazo es especial, ahora más enterándonos, ¿no? Que Dean Ochoa es de México y pues eso todavía fortalece más la amistad y bueno, pues el gusto de estar acá. Ahora Gabriel nos va a compartir un poco lo que es la escuela, lo que son los programas. Si alguien tiene alguna duda, al final va a haber algún espacio para dudas y si necesitan traducción de algo en específico, lo que sea, pues aquí estoy pendiente. Y bueno, también solo quería comentar que qué bonita el background de la pantalla de Will, se ve muy lindo los colores de otoño del campus, hasta dan ganas de estar allá, ¿no?
Yes, he's at the very famous sample gates. So are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. So just to give you a few more beautiful scenes, I think, of campus, you can see that the Indiana University campus is considered to be one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful campus in the United States. And it's especially right now, as we are moving from summer to fall, it is just gorgeous and the weather is perfect before the snow falls. It is considered to be a quintessential, a really an example of what a college town in the United States is. It really feels like that, and you get the best experience of being in a college town, I think, in Bloomington. And this is kind of a view looking down from campus to the downtown. And you can see it has a very nice small town safe feel in Bloomington. There are other parts of the city that have bigger stores and lots of other opportunities and things to do, but this really shows you kind of the nice low key aspects, the calm, the safe, the very comfortable aspects of Bloomington. And just to kind of give you an idea of the LLM program, we are every year the International Jurist does a ranking of LLM programs in the United States, and every year we are offered A+ rankings for our LLM programs. So academics, for career advancement, for value, and a general law school experience. It's a really high quality LLM program, and we're very proud to have this ranking and to be able to continue this nice tradition.
Solo voy a recapitular tantito aquí para que no se junte tanta información. Nos están diciendo, bueno, como vimos en las fotos, el campus de la Universidad de Indiana es de los más bonitos que hay y además el pueblo está rankeado como uno de los mejores para tener un college. Como ahora sí que es la referencia de lo que un college town debería de ser. Entonces, me imagino que la vida estudiantil acá debe ser muy linda. Por otro lado, hay una publicación de juristas que siempre pone a la Maurer School of Law y al programa, sobre todo de LLM, como muy bien rankeado dentro de estos programas.
And this is a picture of the front of the law school itself. And you can see it's a very traditional looking kind of US college building and atmosphere. The whole campus is kind of feels like kind of a park. and gives everyone an opportunity to have some rest and relaxation on campus. The LLM program, the law school itself, is one of the top public law schools in the United States. And we specialize in a few areas that Dean Ochoa mentioned before, some of them are international and comparative law, tax law, IP law, business and commercial law. These are some of the strengths of the law school, as well as the cybersecurity and information privacy law specialization. This is an area that is incredibly innovative and new, and Maurer School of Law and Indiana University together have created some amazing programs. So we have a lot of students that come to study cybersecurity and information privacy law at the law school. There are other specializations if you are interested in a different kind of law and would like to focus on a specific area of law. About probably 2/3 of our LLM students do some kind of specialization. It's not required, but many feel like they want to spend their time focusing on one area of law. And that can be anything from financial regulation to intellectual property to an American law general specialization. And about half of our current LLM students are interested in taking a bar exam in the United States. And so we also have a track for that. So in addition to the general LLM degree, there are some options that students can decide to take advantage of. So we have an LLM with thesis program where students spend 1 extra semester and 6 extra credits writing a thesis, working with one particular faculty member that is an expert in an area. There's also the English for Law 2-year program. So some students who are otherwise highly qualified law students, but whose English language skills are not quite ready, we have a program where students take 1 year of legal English type classes, start the LLM, and then finish the LLM in the 2nd year. And that's a really great option for like I said, those students who need some extra study in the English language before starting the law program. There's also the Learning and Working program, and this is very exciting because it allows students to do an internship while they are studying their LLM program and get academic credit for it. So right now we have 10 students in this program, and they are interested in many different areas of law, and they are going to be in their 2nd semester working in some kind of internship, some kind of legal clinic, some kind of pro bono opportunity. The work is not paid work, unfortunately, but it does give students academic credit towards their degree. And then a few of the other options include the Master of Comparative Law, the doctoral programs, SJD and PhD, Advanced Standing JD, which brings in students for a JD program in less time than usual. And then we also have some shorter certificate programs. Some more beautiful photos of campus in different kinds of weather. So from summer to fall to winter. And this slide also shows the research centers on campus and at the law school specifically that our students can be part of. We have many of our LLM students that are involved in IP research or in the Center for Constitutional Democracy, for example. So there is a lot of intellectual opportunities at the law school, and students are encouraged to take part in any of them. I mentioned legal clinics before, and we do have a number of clinics at the law school. Again, students can be part of these clinics and have a chance to work with clients from the community and help with real legal issues and help to advise their clients in matters of IP law or environmental law or a variety of different areas. And just to show some of the highlights that are specific to Maurer School of Law, we have such diversity at the law school. There are students from all around the world. All of our students come together in the same classrooms. So whether you're from Mexico or Egypt or the United States, students all take their classes together. There are a couple of classes that are specific for LLM students, but most classes are together, and you can meet students from everywhere and just have it's a really amazing opportunity to have a network of colleagues from around the world. And then there are plenty of other opportunities, including an intensive summer start, so starting a little bit earlier than the regular semester, the clinics, the access to justice projects and pro bono projects. There's an international interview program that we haven't been invited to participate in, so our students get to apply for interviews with law firms and other companies for potential internships and then later even jobs around the world. We offer a professional development series to help students become better legal professionals and be ready to start a new job. And then, of course, there are many student organizations that all of our students are encouraged to be part of. So I wanted to show you a few of the the numbers that might be of interest to you. You can see for the student enrollment, every year, about 175 to 200 JD students start in that program, and about between 30 and 70 graduate students, so LLM, SJD, MCL, will start in their programs. So the law school has about 600 people in the building in all of the degree programs, and that in the United States, that's a medium-sized law school. That might seem very small to some of you. I know that when you have an undergraduate degree, it can be a much bigger law school, but it's a pretty close and nice community in the law school. The law library is one of the best law libraries in the country, with many volumes and access to many of the legal databases for students. We have a number of full-time faculty, of course, making the student-faculty ratio really low. And we're very proud that we have that low student faculty ratio so that students get very personal attention. The university, Indiana University, has global gateways around the world, including one in Mexico City. And Dean Ochoa, who was just here, is the academic director of that. And so we have a really global outlook on everything associated with the university, and especially the law school has we consider ourselves to be a global law school. Our tuition, you can see here for an LLM degree, which is 24 units. The total for that degree is about $48,000. That's a 1-year degree and 2 semesters, but that's the total tuition. Plus a standard, a cost of living of about $15,000. And I wanted to talk a little bit about scholarships because we have this wonderful opportunity with FUNED. We are able to offer scholarships to those students who are selected for this program. And so we give our partners the highest level of scholarship that we can offer, and that's about a $20,000 scholarship. We also offer priority admission and a lot of personal support for the students that are coming from our partners, including this program. I've given here some of the dates for applications and application requirements. I'm going to shut up for a moment so that my colleague, Mr. Will Shad, who is the Director of Admissions for graduate students, has a chance to talk about these application requirements and what he would like to see from anyone applying.
Thank you, Professor Goodwin. I will not speak a lot because I have been sick and I have a cough, so I will try to make it through a little bit of this. First of all, I'm excited to have the opportunity to tell you all about our hidden gem in the middle of the country here, which is Maurer Law. It can be easy to overlook Indiana or our program, but it should not be. We have an amazing opportunity for you all, including all the support you will ever need during the application process, because that comes from me. The fall application will open in October, which is just around the corner, and will run through April 1st, as you can see on the screen. During that time, I'm available by phone or email, and the spring semester, which is not the primary start date, but is another option, the application is open now, and there is actually still time to apply. Even through the end of October, you could apply for a January start. My email address is on the screen. If you have questions, definitely send me an email and I'll get right back to you on that. The application requirements are the basics, which would be to be able to see your academic records from your home university. There's a personal statement, resume, letters of recommendation, and the English proficiency scores, which are listed in the bottom right. We have some flexibility on those scores, as well as the 2-year program that Professor Goodwin mentioned for students who are not close to those scores. We have a variety of ways to bridge the gap between Spanish and English. So if you are concerned about that, also send me a message. We can start working on the application process, even if you don't plan to apply until next year. Feel free to reach out to me now.
Bueno, Gabriela, voy a tratar de recapitular lo más posible todo lo que se acaba de decir. Bueno, Gabriel nos platicó un poco sobre los diferentes programas. Hay algunos que pudieran ser interesantes para estudiantes, sobre todo con ciudadanía mexicana, como son, bueno, pues el LLM con tesis, el LLM que te ayuda a aprender inglés, para derecho, que dura un poquito más, pero igual y refuerza las bases de inglés que traemos. Y pues eso está súper bien. Nos dieron algunos números sobre el tamaño de la facultad, si bien es una facultad mediana para Estados Unidos, como decían, pero eso igual y puede ser algo súper positivo porque es una comunidad cercana, que cualquier cosa que necesites, pues te pueden ayudar, y que, como bien decía Gabriel, el ratio de estudiantes y profesores es corto, entonces pues puedes tener atención personalizada. Perdón, es que tengo un bebé aquí dando lata. Y luego Will pues estaba platicando un poco sobre las fechas de admisiones y los requerimientos, y muy amablemente también nos pone su correo electrónico en la pantalla para que si alguien tiene alguna duda en este proceso, pues también tienen una atención personalizada sobre cualquier duda que puedan tener.
I think somebody wants to apply to be a law student.
They're very persuasive. I'm sorry.
I always say it's never too early to start preparing to apply, but she might be a little early.
So just one last, I think I have just one last slide here that is specific to the partnership. And kind of the requirements for this joint scholarship. Participants have to meet the admission requirements for the LM degree and be admitted, and must submit a FUNED application and be awarded a loan. And Sophia can tell me if I'm wrong on any of this, but we are absolutely committed to offering scholarships to up to 10 participants. So we are happy to bring in as many as 10 on this kind of a scholarship. So we would love to be able to do that. And this is some of our social media and some ways to find out more information. I put the application email, it's actually Will's email that I shared in the chat. And now we're very happy to answer any questions that you have.
Hi, I do have a question.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you for all the information. I have two questions, actually. I'm a lawyer here in Mexico, and I was wondering if, well, I specialize right now in labor law, and I know you have these programs that are like the most popular, or the ones you are the best in, but I don't know if you have another specializations or employment law degree. And my second question is if these masters are full-time or part-time.
So for your first question, we don't have an established specialization in labor and employment law, but we do have a great program, and we have an amazing couple of professors that teach in this area. And so we can kind of build an ad hoc specialization and be happy to put something together like that for you if that was your area. There are a lot of different opportunities as an LLM student to pursue the area of employment and labor law, and including, you know, you're already a lawyer, so maybe an internship may not be the most exciting thing for you, but it's certainly a possibility. And then your second question, our programs are full-time. There's not a part-time option. And that's mostly because of visa issues for international students coming in. You have to take a certain number of credits depending on your visa. And that the most kind of part-time that you could do based on those requirements is you could do 3 semesters. And that's possible for us. We don't have a problem with that. We can't do anything more than that because that would kind of go against visa regulations.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure.
¿Alguien más tiene alguna pregunta que quisiera hacer? Mariel.
Hi to everyone. I have a question about the requirements. Is it necessary the experience in the area that I want to study? For example, if I'm a lawyer, but I'm not really into the area of international law, but I want to study that, is it really a requirement to have experience? I mean,
I think Mario froze a little bit.
in 2 years
Maybe,
area.
hopefully she can hear us. It's
Yeah.
certainly not a requirement for admission. It's a factor if you have that experience, but it's not at all a limiting factor if you do not. Majority of our students do not have that work experience when they come to us. And they may come to us directly from their undergraduate studies without any real work experience other than maybe internships, if that. So certainly not a requirement. The courses are designed to meet your needs as someone who does not have experience. Professor Gupta may have something other to say about that, but certainly I don't consider it to be necessary.
Yes, and I would just follow that to say you are welcome to take whatever classes you want. You are not required to do anything based on what background you may have had. So in fact, I always encourage students to try new things while they have that opportunity. So does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
¿Alguien más tiene alguna pregunta?
Please do not be shy. This is why we are here, to answer your questions. I'd love to answer them now, or if you want to follow up later.
Justo en ese sentido, me comentó Dean Ochoa, perdón, que Gabriel y ella van a estar visitando México en los próximos meses y que les encantaría igual hacer un one-on-one y conocernos. Y entonces, si alguien se quedó interesado en la universidad y en sus programas y quisiera saber más al respecto, por favor no duden en contactar a FUNED y organizamos un encuentro con ellas para que nos platiquen más a detalle y cara a cara, que siempre es mejor cuando se puede.
I'm very interested in, so far we've heard from 2 people who are lawyers. That's awesome. And I really admire you all for continuing your education. Alfredo, you must also be a lawyer. Do you have any questions? Or Sandra?
Well, if any of you are like me, the questions will come to your mind right after we finish. And if that happens to you, my email address is actually listed there by Professor Goodwin. Just send me a message and we can connect by email, by phone, by WhatsApp, whatever you prefer, if you have questions after this session.
And I know this has been recorded. I can also send the slides if you'd like for additional information. I know that was a lot of information in a quick amount of time.
Yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you. And bueno, I would just want to say thank you for your generosity and your time, and for being so open to students to get in touch with you, and for follow-up questions or if there's anything they need. Y los invito a todos y a todas a que si se les ocurre cualquier cosa, siempre es bueno preguntar y acercarse, y pues tómenlo como una buena oportunidad en una gran escuela para seguir sus estudios y preparándose profesionalmente para pues hacer lo que ustedes quieran hacer. Y bueno, recordarles que en FUNED también estamos pendientes para cualquier duda que puedan tener, y también que pues no es un requisito para nosotros que tengan que regresar a México. Vamos a estar orgullosos de ustedes en México o fuera, en Estados Unidos, donde se quieran ir. Entonces, bueno, pues anímense. Y las aplicaciones empiezan el sábado, entonces pues también es buen momento para echarse un clavado a la página de la UNI y averiguar pues lo que quieran, y si a alguien le interesa la presentación nos las piden y con mucho gusto se las compartimos.
Thank you so much for having us here tonight and letting us present about the program. We really, really value this partnership, and we would just love to have some of you take advantage of it and to be able to welcome you here. So please do not hesitate to reach out to us if you have any other questions or you need anything.
Thank you so much to both of you, y gracias a todos los que nos acompañaron.